All right, welcome into Crypto Info, Blockchain Made Easy with your host, Frank the Crypto Tank. We are live this morning here, Colorado time. It is 6:25. We're a little late this morning getting out. Sorry, guys. Let's silence this phone here. Let me... Oh my gosh, I'm so dumb. Okay, I got it. When in doubt, airplane mode. Okay, here we go, guys. Cryptocurrency market. This morning we're at 3.25 trill. For a total cryptocurrency market cap, we have 57 for a neutral spot in fear and greed. Moving towards greed, of course. Bitcoin, 103,928 this morning, down 5.31% on the week, about flat for the day. Ethereum at 2,004.79. She's down 3.23% on the week. XRP in at $2.14. Never financial advice on the channel. These are lower spots for XRP to be buying. You never buy anything because of what we say on the channel. It's not financial advice. It is simply for educational and entertainment purposes only. Hit the like and subscribe down below, please, if you're liking what we're doing here. And don't forget to tap them bell notifications so you can be alerted when we put out new content. That little bell. And then you say all, and then that way you click the little all, and then that way you get all the lives and everything too. Okay, Stellar XLM coming in at 26 cents today. Let's get to not more important, but let's get to the news today, the important news. News today, and we're going to hang on this screen because we're having some technical difficulties with our cameras, and we'll get that worked out this evening, so our lives will be back on with my lovely face. Aren't you so excited now you get to see my face again? Do you really want to see my face? I wonder that. I think people would just rather, oftentimes after they know who you are, they see your face once, they just want to kind of listen to your voice and watch the news. Like, that's what I do when I listen to my peeps on YouTube. Because I have my peeps I listen to as well, right? For all these years. I know you want to know who they are. I've told you, I'll tell you again. All right, today's news. Fed's BFT consensus push. Ripple XRP, Stellar XLM, XDC, and Hedera, HBAR, Hedera Hashgraph, are certainly in focus. Do you all realize what has been going on? I didn't until I just found out the other day. Thanks to my awesome YouTube peeps that lay it down, Working Money channel. There's a few other ones that lay it down. I appreciate you guys very much for giving me the tips that I need to get myself on my research tracks. And then I go crazy like a little research mental case, and it's so fun. All right, well, here's the deal. Byzantine Fault Tolerant it's called BFT. Byzantine Fault Tolerance Consensus Mechanisms. This is what the Fed has been looking for, and some of us in the XRP community already know this. I think we already know this, and Hulk broke it down. Crypto Hulk, you broke this down a while ago. This is not a new thing. It's been gaining traction, and now some new news has come out concerning this, some more updated news from the Fed saying, hey, yeah, you know, this is what we do want, and this is what we need for payment systems, is to have this Byzantine Fault Tolerance Consensus mechanism, which basically, just like real quick, it's you could have bad consensus happening, and as long as some of the validators are good, I'll explain it in more detail, it's able to stay secure and go through. We need this for payments models. So anyway, let's get into it. In a research paper recently, the Fed experts officially recognized the efficiency, security, and scalability of BFT consensus models. The acknowledgement basically it's put a spotlight on cryptocurrencies like XRP, XLM, XDC, Hedera Hashgraph. Okay, these are the four, if we're paying attention, the main four that have the super slick tech stacks, but also have this BFT consensus mechanism built in. And actually, XDC had an upgrade recently because I just researched this the other day. I didn't think they were included, and nobody's really, these articles that I'm seeing on this are not including XDC. And I'm saying you need to because they had a 2.0 upgrade recently. I think it was about a year ago. And they now do use BFT tolerance. Ooh, consensus mechanism. Anyway, these are the protocols that the Fed's looking for payment systems. Okay. So today, let's break down basically what they are. All right. And we're going to get into, okay, so here on February, let's get into this first part of the research. In February 2025, Federal Reserve researchers unveiled a pioneering BFT-based payment infrastructure prototype. The project, named Heraclius for Hercules, I think, is a leader-based BFT, or Byzantine Fault Tolerance, database system designed for modern payment systems. This is modern payment systems that use this. The Fed's economist built this system to test whether BFT could enhance the resiliency of critical payment networks. Byzantine fault tolerance means the network can keep functioning correctly even if some nodes fail or act maliciously. That's what I was trying to say earlier. So if some nodes fail or act maliciously, it still functions properly. Unlike traditional systems that often rely on preventing failures externally, right? The results were eye-opening of Heraclius. I'm not saying that right. Heraclius, I believe that's how we're saying it. Heraclius. Heraclius. Heraclius? Pretty sure. That's my spelling bee for today. Achieved about 110,000 transactions per second with only less than a 0.2 second latency in a 256 node test. That's nutso. That's pretty amazing stuff right there. Nice numbers. This is a huge throughput milestone. It sure is, suggesting that BFT architectures could handle national payment volumes, people. The research implies BFT systems offer greater security and fault tolerance for payments, tolerating a wider range of failures that conventional designs, a wider range than conventional designs, right? Allowing payments to still, of course, securely go through. That was me talking. Even if some fail. While the Fed paper stops short of policy recommendations, of course it would, because it can't get into that kind of stuff. Then you'd know which stocks to be, never financial advice. Then people are looking at what stocks to buy and they're like, ooh. But you're gleaning some nice info here, I think. I am. While the Fed paper stops short of policy recommendations, of course, it does validate BFT. It validates BFT as a promising model for payment infrastructure. So, crypto analysts have hailed that this is a game-changing endorsement. I'm seeing the same of BFT over older consensus methods like proof of work or Bitcoin, or even proof of stake Ethereum, aligning with that what many blockchain networks have championed for years. Those two. BFT cryptocurrencies in the spotlight. What are they? They're XRP, XLM, XDC, and HBAR. The Fed's nod to BFT consensus instantly cast attention on networks already using these resilient protocols. Holy shit. Let's look at the BFT-based cryptos grabbing headlines. Or are they? Because they're kind of not grabbing headlines and everybody fucking sleeping. Not everybody, but a lot of people. Wake the fuck up, people. Holy shit. Ripple, XRP, never financial advice. The XRP ledger runs on a federated consensus algorithm. And the only reason why we're into this and we know this shit right now and I'm laying this down hard for you is because I research. What? Search again. Research. Re means to do it again. Search it again 1,000,000 freaking times like a weirdo. Seriously, read over the same material freaking 5, 6, 7 times. Listen to the same thing. My wife laughs at me. She's like, you are so weird. You've already heard that video like 5 times. I'm like, I know. I'm gleaning new shit out of it each time I listen to it. Let's carry on with the program, people. Let's get with the program, people. Please wake the hell up and start researching. Start freeing yourself. Maybe you can start thinking about allocating certain things in certain places. This is never financial advice on the channel. I made that clear. Hit the like and subscribe down below, because I know I'm laying down some shit that you guys have not heard before. So give me my value back and tap the 3 down below, please. Thank you. And lay some comments down. Here we go. Lay some comments down on this shit. Here you go. Ripple XRP. The XRP ledger runs on a federated consensus algorithm, essentially a variant of BFT, or Byzantine Fault Tolerance, that we've been talking about for the last freaking 20 minutes. Validators in the XRPL use a Byzantine agreement process via trusted unique node lists to rapidly agree on transactions without mining. Without the freaking mining, people. Lose the mining. Yeah, mining's great for if you want to try to do this digital store of value. That's fantastic. No, seriously, because it makes it more difficult and it's more intensive and it's more everything else. And you actually want that. You want something, you want the gold to be harder to mine. Otherwise, everybody just has gold magically, right? So come on. That's actually a good thing concerning Bitcoin. All right, let's carry on. This delivers high-speed, low-cost settlements, ideal for cross-border payments, which is Ripple's focus. XRP's network can finalize transactions in 3 to 5 seconds and is built to handle up to 15 transactions per second in practice, and does that. The Fed's research boost to BFT plays to XRP's strengths in secure, efficient payments. You don't say. Notably, Ripple has also proposed a USD pegged stablecoin, RLUSD, on XRPL, the XRP ledger, which some reports suggest is being explored for integration into FedNow instant payment systems. You think it might be? Holy shit. Never financial advice, and we don't know about that part. It's not been verified. Oh boy. Let's get over to Stellar XLM, please, huh? Stellar operates on the Stellar Consensus Protocol, the SCP. Start educating yourselves, people, which implements a federated Byzantine agreement, an FBA model. I think some of you guys knew that it differed, right, from the Byzantine model that XRP uses, even though Jed McCaleb took off and split and basically carbon copied the ledger and brought it over to XLM and created over there. But they're using FBA, Federated Byzantine Agreement model. In plain terms, Stellar's nodes, using this model, reach consensus through quorum slices. You probably have heard of this. A BFT approach that prioritizes both security and speed for financial transactions. So like XRP, Stellar was designed for cross-border payments and remittances. Geez, you think so? Jed just basically took the ledger and carbon copied it. Pretty, from what I understand. So yeah, I would say so. Achieving transaction finality in mere seconds with minimal fees. By the way, I watched a video yesterday. No, not yesterday. Some days ago on Ethereum and Harmony One, and matching those two up, and how hilarious how it takes Ethereum. The guy's video lasted like 20-something minutes, and the whole video is just waiting for Ethereum to finalize one transaction to bring it to finality, and it couldn't. And Harmony One did it in like, I don't know, some minutes. Ridiculous. Harmony One, never financial advice. Zil using sharding, never financial advice. Way dog Ethereum, holy shit, because they were built for that, for speed, scalability, security, right? Was Ethereum? Nope. But everything's written on this clunky donkey. Holy shit. Boy, some things have to change in the crypto world. All right, let's get back to this. Like XRP, Stellar was designed for cross-border payments and remittances, achieving transaction finality in mere seconds with minimal fees. The BFT nature of SCP, Stellar Consensus Protocol, ensures the network can tolerate faulty or malicious nodes while still agreeing on a single source of truth. You see? Oh my God, it's like taking care of your own bug inside your body so you don't let the bug like get you sick. It's interesting. Stellar's focus on compliance. It has been used in regulated stablecoin pilots and money transfer programs already. And by the way, isn't it true that, I'm not going to get into that right now, but it's already being used in the real world. MoneyGram means XLM is often mentioned as bank friendly. Yeah, indeed, both Stellar and Ripple were early adopters of the new ISO, or International Standards of Operations. Go check them out. They basically have an operating standard that is best practices for frickin' everything on the planet. Surgery, garbage removal, garbage, taking out the garbage and doing surgery. Two things that you would not want to be mixing up. But yeah, every single thing, finance, everything. They've got an international standard of operation best practices code. Go to ISO.org and start educating yourself. The biggest conglomerate you never heard of. It's like the DTCC, the biggest conglomerate is settling all that money that you never heard of. Let's get back to it. Indeed, both Stellar and Ripple were early adopters of the ISO 20022 messaging standard. I said that. They didn't. It's a messaging standard. Okay, they did. Sorry. Financial messaging standard, aligning their payment data formats with global banking systems. And by the way, there are more. Pretty sure ADA got on board with being ISO 20022 compliant, along with, I do believe, Algo, IOTA. There's a few. Anyway, let's get back to this. XDC Network number 3 that people are not including in their articles, and they need to be, because like I said, there was an upgrade recently that now has XDC operating with a BFT model, consensus model. Excuse me, XDC developed by Zinfin. No, not out of China, but out of Singapore, people. Some folks in the comments are saying it's out of China. It's not, it's Singapore. In another network built on a BFT consensus mechanism, it uses XDPOS, Zinfin Delegated Proof of Stake. You guys have probably heard of this, 2.0. And this is that upgrade that makes it be Byzantine Fault Tolerant. It's a next-gen consensus engine that combines DPoS with Byzantine Fault Tolerance for military fucking grade security, people, and high performance. Hello. Yeah, I'm getting pissed because they hiding it. When people hide shit, I get pissed because they're trying to be tricky. They don't want you to be succeeding and do well, in my opinion, on the channel. So they hide this shit from you. Yeah, you ain't hiding XDC no more. Are you guys on top of XDC and see what the hell it does? Never financial advice on the channel. It's also at a very cheap price right now, and that is not financial advice. I would never tell you to buy XDC. Why would I do that? This channel is just for informational and educational purposes only. Boy, XDC, Zinfin Network, digitizing trade. Me talking now, digitizing trade. I'm reading this here, all this research, but I am now talking on my own here, and I do from time to time. You probably can notice when I start zipping out my shit. XDC is digitizing trade finance and also all the U.S. patents, millions and millions per year being approved of the United States patents. All putting them on chain is XDC. Wake the frick up. Holy shit, get eyes on XDC. XDC's architecture boasts, never financial advice, by the way. Make sure you tap the like and subscribe down below. XDC's architecture boasts fast interaction times, 2-second finality. Excuse me. Ethereum. Literally, the video is like over 20 minutes and he did it real time, and Ethereum couldn't settle it. 2-second finality. Those of you who use Ethereum know exactly what the hell I'm talking about. Also, indeterministic fees that you don't know until you go push it through. Apparently, they're trying to improve that, but they're very high. And of course, when the activity's high on Ethereum, don't you know the prices go up? And very low fees targeting enterprise use case like trade finance. Crucially, XDC, I guess they're trying to correct that, just so you know, Ethereum. They're making it be so you can jam a bunch more through at one time at a given price that you can get a better lock on, I guess, and jam a bunch of contracts through at once. I don't know. Anyway, let's get back to this. I don't care about Ethereum. I just want you to go up so altcoin season can happen. And it might just happen without you going up. And just because it always happened that way, guys, it doesn't mean that we need Ethereum to go up. Ethereum is not so hotski. Everything's on it, but it's a very, very overburdened animal, is Ethereum. So I am saying that, you really have to have everything go from Bitcoin and then into all the money go then into Ethereum and then into the alts? What if it skips Ethereum this time around, guys? You ever think about that one? Crucially, XDC is designed for integration with legacy banking systems. It supports ISO 20022 messaging compliance, enabling traditional institutions to plug into the XDC network for real-time settlement. This alignment with banking standards and BFT security makes XDC a strong candidate as distributed ledger infrastructure for things like digitizing trade documents or interbank transfers. To assist XRP and XLM guys. Oh, no, now XRP is going to, you're trying to say it's going to take the place of XRP. No, I'm not saying that. Please stop being ridiculous, people. There are a number of these projects that are needed to take this whole system into the new digital age. Think about it. All right, anyway. Don't get me crazy here on a Monday morning. Well, the Fed hasn't name-dropped XDC publicly. Oh, it hasn't? Oh, the Fed hasn't name-dropped it publicly. See what the hell I'm trying to say? So sick of this shit. Open your freaking eyes. That's why XDC was captured so many years ago. Never financial advice on the channel. Don't care what you do. Well, the Fed, I saw this freaking 3 years ago, you guys. Am I bragging? No, I'm not. I'm telling you that when you open your eyes, any idiot like me can figure this shit out. I'm a knucklehead contractor who knew shit about money 5 years ago. Now I'm a little master. I'm ripping tides all over the place with people who know money. And they're like, oh shit, look at you, son. Yeah, because I frickin' put the work in, and I still don't know shit compared to what these people know. But educate yourself, all right? Well, the Fed hasn't name-dropped XDC publicly. Oh, how fucking interesting. The network's focus on regulated environments keeps it in the conversation when discussing blockchain for global finance. Well, knowing what XDC is and knowing what the frick they do, if you got your eyes open, you've been researching living apeshit out of XDC and the Zinfin network over the past years, the way we have on the channel. Moving on to Hedera Hashgraph. Guys, my point is we're not really like that smart. We just decided to cut the shit and put the ego down and say we actually don't know shit. Now let's get learning. That's the issue. Ever the issue. Oh, I already know. I know that. Oh, I heard my friend talked about that. And he really knows his stuff about crypto or her. And boy, don't worry. They told me about that already. It's all about BTC. Don't worry. And Ethereum. Holy shit. Moving on. I love you guys. You need to wake up and do your own research. It pisses me off because what's happening is you are being left in the dark and you're being led around and whipped around like wet dish rags. And I hate that for my brothers and sisters. I want you guys doing well. I don't want to see you being fooled and tricked. And so you don't do your research and you're being fooled and tricked. Anyway, let's move forward. We're positive on the channel, by the way. We're just honest and truthful as well. That's the thing, right? So let's blend the two and have happy days that are truthful with honesty and awareness. Hedera Hashgraph HBAR. Hedera's public ledger runs on the Hedera Hashgraph, on the Hashgraph consensus, which is an asynchronous BFT algorithm. Oh my God, hats off to genius Lehman Baird. Thank you, sir. And also, Mance Harmon, thank you. But Lehman working out these, wow, holy shit, dude. Ridiculous genius on the planet with seemingly a really beautiful heart and soul. So that's kind of cool, man. That's what this planet needs, more of that. More of Lehman Baird's. Hashgraph uses a gossip about gossip protocol and virtual voting to achieve consensus that is fast. Thousands of TPS, guys, fair and secure. Importantly, Hedera's BFT, Byzantine Fault Tolerant, math guarantees its math guarantees consensus finality in seconds, making it suitable for high-stake applications. Thank you, Mr. Baird. Professor Baird. HBAR's potential role in U.S. systems is already being tested. A micropayments platform called DROP, D-R-O-P-P, built on Hedera, was recently added to the Federal Reserve's FedNow service provider showcase. Bet you didn't know that. DROP also allows merchants to accept tiny payments like what XRP does with their little micropayments. You know, you're reading an article online. As you're reading, you're paying for it. Every word you read, you pay for. And, you know, you're getting paid as you're working. Every minute that you work, you're actually being paid. It's being dropped into your wallet. All right, drops allow merchants to accept tiny payments, even a few cents, using Hedera's network and listening. Oh, that means XRP is going to go. No, it doesn't. It's not going to go away. Hedera's helping with chopping up their tiny little bars. I was listening to Lehman the other day. Interesting interview, and he's talking about how just changing from whatever fiat you want to go to, and let's say you're trying to send over now to, peso to, I don't know, you're going over to, I think he was using South America, Rand. He was using Rand, and he's like, yeah, you wrap it first, you send it through the system, it gets wrapped in Rand, and then gets turned out in Rand, and there you go, you got your Rand, like fast, for cheap, and fast. That means XRP is going to go away then. No, it doesn't. Sorry for granny voice. Let's get back to it. These drops allow the network and listing in the Fed's showcase program, suggesting an interest in distributed ledger tech for instant payments. You think so? The Fed has clarified that being listed as a service provider doesn't constitute an official endorsement. But it's certainly a foot in the door for Hedera's tech. That's for damn sure. I mean, come on, how silly. We're not. We don't advocate Hedera, says the Fed. HBAR, we don't play favorites. Yeah, they never play favorites. HBAR's advocates note that Hedera is governed by a council of large corporations and is known for compliance-first design, which could smooth the path for Fed or government integrations in Hedera's future. Of course it will. That's going to help immensely. These four networks, XRP, XLM, XDC, and HBAR, share these key traits that align with the Fed's vision of resilient, efficient payments called Byzantine Fault Tolerant consensus. High throughput, low latency, and ISO 20022 compatibility. People. Saying that again, these four networks, XRP, XLM, XDC, and HBAR, share key traits that align. I don't know why key was so high there. Key traits that align with the Fed's vision of resilient, efficient payments, Byzantine fault tolerance consensus, high throughput, low latency, and ISO 20022 compatibility. It's no surprise that speculation is mounting around whether the Fed might tap into one or more of these technologies as it modernizes U.S. payment rails. Oh, geez, you think it might fucking do that? Holy shit. Never financial advice. All right. There's so much more I can go into. I think we got to end this episode because I got shit to do, and you guys are probably sick of hearing all the technical mumbo jumbo. Make sure you tap and subscribe. Tap the like and subscribe and the bell notifications so that you can be alerted each time we put out a new video. And I would love to, hold on, let me get down to our XDC down here real quick. In the 70s, 74, XDC sitting in at 0.06123 cents. Holy shit. Nothing is financial advice on the channel, ever. We have an all-time high of 19 cents. We run through a quick exercise before we jump off of XDC at 6 cents, an all-time high, mind you, of 19 cents. Let's see. On the calculator, $5,000 of XDC right now, purchased at 0.06123 cents, would get 81,659 XRP. That's 81,659. 81,659. Let's do a 3x times the all-time high. That's 57 cents. What did I say? 86,000? Something like that. 86,000? Something like that. Yeah, it's like 50 grand. Putting in 5. And that is not financial advice. That is what could happen if prices reach those. I'm never telling you what to buy. You buy what the hell you want. Do what you want. I don't care what you do with your money. It ain't my business. We are education. We are entertainment. We are crypto info, blockchain made easy with Frank the Crypto Tank. Have a killer day. Like and subscribe at the bottom. We love you. We're going to check you next time on our next